Yes. Bill approves. I am so unclear at times where we don't have. If everyone will just be patient while we onboard everyone involved. And just stay muted until we get you in. And then I have made note of people's order of appearance, and I will take you in the order that you have appeared. I'm Judge Person. Please stay on mute, and I'll get with you shortly, each of you. I do want to begin. The person identified as Brandy Aller, she's connecting to audio, it seems like, and I'll have to identify who you're here regarding. The iPhone person, I think it looks like a young lady with your hair pulled back on a brown couch and a woman with glasses. I'm going to unmute you for a moment. I need to find out who you are. So I'm asking you to unmute. I think it's Kimberly Contreras. Okay. All right. So let's keep them. You're Ms. Contreras, is that correct? Okay. I'll be right with you. Person ending with a phone number 940, 713 ending in 940. I need to find out who you are. Hello?
Hello,
Hi. Yes, ma'am. What is your name?
Susan Marble Burkett.
Burkett. Okay. Ms. Burkett, I'll be with you shortly. I'm going to keep you on mute until it's your turn, okay? Okay. Let's see. Ms. Aller,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
is it regarding your case?
Can you repeat that, please?
Who are you here regarding? Is it your own case, Ms. Aller?
Me and my husband.
What is his name?
Jesus Cavazos.
Got it. Okay. Okay. All right. Ms. Cavazos, do you go by Ms. Cavazos or Ms.
I
Aller?
go by Cavazos, but they call me Aller.
Okay. All right. Ms. Aller, I'm Judge Person, okay? And I am the judge of the court, and I welcome you to Temple Municipal Court. I can't see that you or your husband have ever been in court before, and these comments are not just for you. Others are in the same boat that they've never been in court. So I do want to let you know that when you're given a ticket or a citation, those are methods that we have for accusing someone. That's what this is. You're being accused of an offense, and the offense is called false statement to obtain credit. The fines and costs, if you paid that, are $296. There are options for pleading, and when you give a plea, you're giving an answer or a response to those accusations or to that accusation. The three options for pleading are guilty, not guilty, and no contest. What I'm going to do is let you know the direction that each plea will take you, and then I will just walk you through it and get your plea at that point. So guilty, when a person pleads guilty, they are saying, I did this, okay? That's a guilty plea means you're admitting the offense. If you plead not guilty, you're contesting the charge. It's not an innocence plea. We don't have an innocence plea in our country because if we pled innocent, we'd have to prove our innocence. And at trial, it's the burden of proof, they say, is on the state to prove that case against us if we're accused of something. So that's the not guilty plea. If you plead no contest, you're allowing me as the judge to find you guilty without saying you did or did not do it. So it's a neutral way to move forward with sentencing and gain sentencing options, but without saying I did or didn't do it. Now, if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm going to move the case forward into sentencing today. Sometimes when we've watched a program or if we've ever been over to a court, another type of court with a friend or something and watched a proceeding there, they'll take a plea, hold it, and then go get a sentencing packet done. We don't do that in this type of court. It just takes more of your time than I deem necessary in order to move forward. So we move forward right away. So if you plead guilty or no contest today, I'm going to move forward and look at the options available for you. Let me tell you a little bit about those options. And of course, if you plead not guilty, we don't move forward with these options because you're asking for a trial. And the next step is we have a pretrial docket, a final pretrial docket, and then a setting for trial. And those are necessary events that you have to attend. Okay. So right now, we know if you plead not guilty, we just move towards that pretrial docket and we're looking at additional settings. If you plead guilty or no contest, I move forward today. So then I'm looking at that point at people's finances, I'm looking at their history, and I'm looking at options that they're asking for as well. And a lot of times people don't know what are my options. So let me give everybody just kind of a rundown. If you haven't had a ticket and it's a moving violation and you haven't had a ticket in the previous 12 months, sometimes you can I'll look to see automatically whether you're qualified for a driver safety course. The reason I do that is one, I'm supposed to, of course. So I'll do that. But the other is it would keep it off your record and it would save you money. Okay. With the driver safety course option, if you have a moving violation, what's happening there though is that you have to be on time. Texas license holder, no CDL holders, military can be out of state, but otherwise Texas license, and you pay the court cost, and the fine goes on hold. So every ticket, all of them, whether it's a moving violation or something else, every ticket has a court cost and a fine. Okay. And when I give you a number, like in this case, 296, I've combined those numbers into the whole bottom line number. But if we break them apart, there's a state cost and then there's a local fine. That's the best way to think about it. The state cost in the driver safety course option has to be paid. The fine goes on hold. And if you do the class and get the record turned in on time, I dismiss the ticket and the fine gets waived. So people save money, keeps it off their record. Okay. And that's helpful because moving violations can trigger rate increases with our insurance. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why people want to do that option, or those are the two reasons. Other options where it either is an offense that isn't a moving violation or where the person has already had a class, or this for some reason they're not qualified, like they're out of state. Other options for all offenses would be if we have first offender programs, I'll let you know. Mainly on theft charges, we do have those. On the false statement to obtain credit, we don't have a first offender program, which is a way of getting a dismissal. However, deferred dispositions are another way to keep your record clear. Deferred dispositions mean just what they say, deferred disposition. So let me break that down a little bit because it's legal language. And I don't expect people to know those kinds of things. And most of us do represent ourselves here when we come to a court like this one. But with a deferred, it means delay. Okay. And disposition means to make final. So we delay making the case final. I take the plea of guilty or no contest, plus a request. I'd like a deferred, is what people usually say. And then we put you on like a probation period. and you get your money paid or your community service or both done. Sometimes there's a class and you can't get in any more trouble, basically. No more tickets, no warrants, no conflicts with the law of any kind. Usually it's about 4 to 6 months long. And at the end, if you've met all the obligations and they're written down for you, then I sign a dismissal. Okay, so that's a deferred. I just call it a deferred here. I don't get into can you say it the legally right way, but we just need to communicate. So deferreds keep it off your record. Driver safety keeps it off your record. And teen court can keep it off your record if you're a high school student. We have a teen court program. And if you're a high school student, I'll look to see if you're qualified and automatically start trying to get you into teen court unless you don't want to do it. Okay. Now, everyone here is free to plead not guilty because that's your right and set the case for trial and move forward through that process. If you do that, you've got to tend to those hearings and those dates because if you miss them, you get warrants. The main problem with warrants, besides the threat of arrest, is that your fines and fees go up. And I'm not seeking to do that. With any solution that we do today, such as a payment plan, and you're always free to just set up a payment plan, okay? If you're on a payment plan, those dates are final dates. And if you can't meet that obligation, you want to get in here and talk to somebody or write a letter to the court and follow up and make sure we got it. Because the duty to communicate and keep on top of your case is yours. And if you miss it, you get warrants and it's expensive. It can be scary to have a warrant. It can be unpleasant to have a warrant executed against you. And also I am free at that point to start holding your license, keeping you from renewal. That can trigger a suspension of the license, all for missing a court date. Honor the court date. The other thing to note is that if we're doing stuff like a deferred or a driver safety course, or some sort of class or teen court or program, they're going to be deadlines. And those deadlines are the condition. You got to meet those deadlines. So if you find you can't meet those deadlines, you need to get in here and talk to us or drop a letter, email, or fax, communicate with the court so that you can try to keep your options open. Things happen. Sometimes people sign up for a deferred disposition. It's got payments built in. And then a month later, they lose their job. They couldn't control that. I understand that, but I won't know if you don't communicate with us. So I'm going to tell everybody the same thing. Your pleading options, your options for disposal of this matter and taking care of it, all of those things are going to have deadlines and you're going to have to follow it. And we're going to need signatures today on any program that we're participating in, any sentencing option you're using. I've got to get signatures today on either an extension or on the final plan. So I'm going to be driving towards that. And we were doing really well for a while. And here lately, it's like people are treating it like it's optional. And then they're very unhappy when they come back in and I say, you got rid of that option because you blew off court. So don't do that, please. It really doesn't hurt me. I'm here anyway. That's my job, but it affects you. And, I personally am one who likes to work with people. But if you're not here, if you're not communicating, there's really no way for me to do that. So just please take it to heart, take it how you want to take it. But, I'm trying to work with you. If you make that impossible, then I have choices only in the line of it's not pleasant for you. Okay. And I will do that, but I prefer not to, but it's up to you. Okay. All right. So with that in mind, let's move forward. Brandy, I don't know if your husband speaks English because he's been quiet this morning. Are you translating for him right now or is he following? Are you following, sir?
No,
Yes, ma'am.
he is. He's low vision, but he speaks English and Spanish.
Okay, that's wonderful. Good for you. I got pleas from you of no contest, Ms. Cavazos, and we've moved forward on that, right?
They said we wasn't qualified for a payment plan because our bills exceeded our income.
Okay, so we're talking about payment plan today, and that's fine. It does, and so what we normally will do is, first of all, I ask you, do you want a payment plan? Because it looks to me like I would have the option to order community service in your case.
I'm jobless right now. I am looking for work. I have an interview today at noon. I also am out on bail over kind of related to this from the same guy. Um, so I am in a serious bind, and I'm rideless as well.
Right. Okay. And y'all are over on Avenue D. Is that in Belton, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we emailed you the information today. I could go ahead and do community service. It would be 15 hours. At this point with COVID, I'm giving people extra long periods of time to get that done. And if they can't get it done on time, they can apply for more time, on or about the deadline, depending on how that works. So I would give you till March 8th, okay, to complete the community service. And what we'll do is send you a packet of information. The one thing I need back is a signature on the waiver form. The waiver form just says you understand if the city, if you work with the city of Temple doing the community service, then there's no coverage if you're injured. So be aware of that. I will take community service from any nonprofit. I have a list that we will send you. It's a starter list to help people kind of get going because sometimes people don't know where to even start. Okay. But any church, nursing home will work. In Belton, I know we have the Scott and White Hospice Thrift Store over there. That's a nonprofit. I think it's pretty close to where you are. If you have a church that you participate with, well, there you go. So you can look for a nonprofit, but make sure it's a nonprofit under Texas law or I can't count it. And there's a long-winded reason for that, but that's the status, okay? So we can email that information to you. The only signature we need back is the waiver form. You can mail that back to us, or if you have a way to scan it over to us or take a very visibly readable photograph and email back to us, we could do it that way, and that would save you from having to drive that over, okay?
How long do we have for the signature?
Because it is what it is, where we are in the scheme of things, I just need it, by the middle of next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this go for Jesus for community service as well? He is struggling.
Y'all are in the same boat because y'all financially are in the same situation.
Well, he's stage 4 kidney failure and on dialysis, and he just got out of surgery right before we went to the municipal court.
Okay, so let me take it from there for a minute. So what happens there is I go ahead and order the hours, okay? You've got 2 months to bring me hours or bring me a doctor's note excusing you. You can take the information we're emailing to you to the doctor and let them look at it and say they can write a letter or they can just write it on a prescription pad. Sometimes we get that and it just says cannot do community service due to health reasons. And then I waive it. When I get that in, I waive the hours, and then you don't pay either, but you can't do the hours. So it's waived. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay.
And we both need to do the signature.
Yes. I'm just making notes.
No, how we can
Okay, do you have other questions?
Yes, we are concerned of how we're going to get the signature to you. Is there, I don't know if we could do this by mail or to get the signatures that you by
Yeah, you can mail it. Just call and make sure we got it. The same is true for your hours. Okay.
Okay, but the documents, they're coming through email or?
Right. You know that we emailed you the link to this meeting today, right? So you would email it. You could email it to that email, or you can mail it. Just keep a copy for your records, or you can take a photo as long as we can read the image when it comes in. So always call and make sure we received it. You know, if you mail it, email it, or fax it, call and make sure we got it. Same is true of your hours. Make sense?
A little bit.
Do you
I
have a
don't
printer?
know.
First of all, do you have a printer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we can send a hard copy. Yeah, they have the
Please.
transportation problem. Yeah. We can send you a hard copy.
That would be very helpful.
Okay. We'll email it, but we'll send a hard copy too.
Thank you.
And then, we need a hard copy back. So, don't wait until it's due, right? You can always email us and say, I'm almost done. I need another week. You could email that note over. But when you look at what I'm going to give you to keep track of your hours, you're signing off each time you go, and you're having a supervisor there initial off on your hours and sign off, and you're providing that timesheet. It's going to look like an old-fashioned work timesheet, because that's what it is. This is work timesheet, and it'll show me your hours. Okay. So
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
mail that and email that to you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You should have that hard copy within a few days. You'll have the email copy sometime today. Okay. Any questions?
I think that's it for us.
That's it.
Okay. Let me see. I did this a new way. Now I've got to figure out how to undo it. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a nice day.
You too.
You too. Okay. Dela Cruz is next. Mr. Dela Cruz, you are
Yes,
next.
I'm here.
Hi, you're next.
Hello.
Hi. We did enter a conviction on that deferred, and let me see where we are at this point.
You entered a conviction on it?
I think so. Let me look and see. Yeah, we sent you a notice of conviction back in November.
Mm.
Um,
Well, the problem I was having with that one is back in, what was it, February, when I originally got because they gave me community service, and then that's whenever the COVID hit.
yeah, right. But
And
I didn't enter that conviction until November. I set a show cause first. You didn't
Okay.
communicate about it or follow up, so I moved forward. And where we are now is just with a balance outstanding of 242. No, I'm sorry, 257. Hold on, let me
Okay.
double check that number.
So that means I lost my deferred adjudication?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, because when things were due, when you don't turn them in, you have a duty to communicate. I think I've made that clear this morning. And that duty wasn't different with COVID. We were open and you could communicate with us.
Okay.
And I actually got community service from people. I've worked with people and allowed them to proceed carefully there. But they still had a duty to get things done and to communicate.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's already happened.
Okay. Well, I actually
So-
just I got approved for my check, but I'm waiting on it in the mail. Can I just pay it then? Will I
Yes,
have enough
how
time
quick?
to?
When is that going to happen?
I have no idea. It just said that I got approved and I have to wait for it in the mail. So
Approved by
however long
what?
that
I don't know what you're talking about.
about the
Here's what you
stimulus
just
check.
said to me. I got approved for a check, and it'll
Yeah, the
come in
stimulus
someday.
check. The stimulus check. I'm waiting on that in the mail.
A stimulus check. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was just gonna pay it in full instead of the payment plan.
Right. Well, we'd have to set up a payment plan today
Okay.
to keep you from a warrant.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll need a signature today. And here's what I'm going to say. I'll give you 30 days if you'll
Mhm.
sign today. And then if you wind up needing more time, you'll reach out to the clerk. Since you don't know
Okay.
when, 30 days is the max that I can get you.
Okay, that'll work for me.
Can you come in before lunch to sign off on that? Keep you out of warrant?
Yes, I do have a warrant.
Right. Can you come in by lunchtime to sign for that so that we can stop going in the warrant direction?
Can I sign? Oh, goddamn.
Watch your language.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. By lunch.
Okay. Can you come in today?
Can I come in a couple days because oh
Can you print documents at home and sign them and
yes.
send them back?
Yeah, I can do that. Send it in the mail.
No, email. I need it
Email, yes.
today. I need it today.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a printer. I can print them off and then
Yeah.
I can
And then
email
send
them.
it back to us
Yes.
before lunch.
Yes, I can do that before lunch. I
Okay.
can start right now.
All right. We'll send it to you shortly. Any questions?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No, I think the balance is like 215.
What's our balance in this? It's 257 because fees have been added over time of
Okay.
not tending to it. Yeah. The balance is
Okay, well,
257.
okay, I'll print it off and send it back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Contreras, Kim is next. Kim Contreras. Yeah. Okay, Miss Contreras, I'm going to ask you to unmute your phone. Or your, yeah, pad. And mom is there, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. Mom, what is your name?
Maria.
Sorry?
Maria.
Maria. Maria Contreras?
No, it's Cervantes.
Cervantes?
Mm-hmm.
Cervantes or Z?
It's with an S.
Okay. Ms. Contreras, Ms. Cervantes, do you speak English? Habla inglés?
No.
Is there anyone there who does?
Just me. Mm-hmm.
Take your hand away from your mouth, young lady.
Just me.
Okay. How old are you?
11.
And where do you go to school?
Bonham Middle School.
Which middle school?
Bonham. Bottom.
Bonham.
Mhm.
Okay, it's kind of against my better judgment to figure out how we're going to do this. Let me see if I can get. I have translation available online on the phone. Let me try to get a translator.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, the little slip I used is gone. Thank goodness. I'll have to copy that. Oh, that is my little slip. Okay.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. For Spanish, press 1. For author, press. Please hold. Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Erin 00 ID 366610. I'll be your Spanish interpreter today. This call may be monitored for training quality assurance purposes. If your line with you, would you mind calling, please?
Well, they're here. We're on a video call. And I don't know if this is
Okay,
going to
ma'am.
work, but we're going to try. Okay. So the situation is this. I'm a judge in a municipal court, and the person that you would translate for is the mother of an English-speaking young lady who has a theft charge. And what I'm hoping is that you can let her know first that you're translating for her. I've got the phone as close to the speaker as I can get it, and let's see if that works for starters, if you don't mind.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Hola, yo voy a ser su intérprete el día de hoy. Para efectos de entrenamiento y calidad del servicio, esta llamada puede ser monitoreada.
Did you hear her?
A little.
Okay. I really want to know if your mother heard her.
Sí.
Okay,
She
mother says yes. Okay,
Okay.
her daughter is charged with a theft charge. Please let her know.
Señorita, ¿me escucha?
Sí,
Ok, le comento, su hija está siendo cargada por un cargo de robo.
sí.
I have a program for her that is teen court, but she'd have to take an online class in theft intervention.
Tengo un programa para ella que se llama Teen Court, pero es una intervención que ella va a tener que tomar la clase en línea.
No tenemos computadora ni tableta.
We do not have a computer or tablet.
Okay. Okay. First, I have to ask the young lady, and I'll do this in English. Ms. Contreras Kimberly, you heard what I explained about guilty, not guilty, and no contest, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like you understand what those mean?
Mm-mm.
If you say guilty, you're saying I did this. Not guilty means I don't think I should be found guilty. And no contest is, go ahead and move forward, but I'm not going to say yes or no. Does that make more sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you pleading? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Okay, what happened?
So I actually got something from the store that I did not pay.
Were you alone?
Yes.
No friends with you?
No.
Okay. What store was this? Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
What were the items? Was it clothing?
No.
What was it?
It was a camera.
Camera. Okay. Okay. I can do teen court, which would keep it off of your record. Okay.
Okay.
Do you understand the problem with the stealing?
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem with stealing?
That you're not supposed to be stealing.
Yeah, because you didn't earn the thing, but you took it, right? And you didn't earn the money for the thing. And so it's not yours.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, this is tough because really she needs a class at her age. Just one moment. I have a teen court coordinator here.
Okay.
Let me call you that. And I just want to confer with her for a moment about what we might do to help you keep this off your record. Translator, could you let mom know we're going to try to keep this off her record, but there are going to be some things for them to do.
Señorita, van a intentar de extraerle esto de su récord, pero hay unas cosas que van a necesitar hacer para poder hacer eso.
¿Qué tenemos que hacer?
What do we have to do?
Give me just a moment. I'm conferring with a staff member and I'll be right with them.
Deme un momento por mientras lo estoy confirmando con un miembro personal y ahorita les
I mean, how are they even gonna look at anything?
Okay.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that's right. You're using an iPhone right now. It's a smartphone. So
Yeah.
you do have a way to do an online class.
Okay.
Okay. So actually that would be a little less expensive and a better option.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is send to your email that we sent the meeting for today. We're going to send information about a class online, and you will have to pay for that class, first offender.
Okay.
And what we'll do is reschedule you for 30 days from today, and you're going to take the class at your own expense and then get a certificate of completion and turn it in. And then I will dismiss this and not charge you the $296.
So in 30 days, I'll start the class?
No, you'll be finished.
Oh,
It's
okay.
only 8 hours, and you'll do a few hours here, a few hours there until you're done. And then you'll turn in your certificate. They'll mail you or email you a certificate, and you'll turn it in.
So how 8 hours? Like, I know that.
You log in and out.
Oh, okay.
So translator, please. What I'm prepared to do is give the young lady 30 days to take a class through their phone and get a certificate of completion turned in. And if they do that, then I won't have to convict her and charge them $300 for her ticket here. Could you let mom know?
Okay. Mamá,
Dígame.
sí, mire, la vamos a ingresar a una clase con una duración de 30 días. Terminando esta clase le van a dar a ella un certificado el cual no lo tendría que regresar que ha concluido con las clases. Si es así, no se le va a condenar y no se le va a cobrar los $300.
Ok.
Also let mom know we're going to send all that information to the email that they are using for the meeting today.
Igual le comento que toda esa información se le va a enviar a su correo electrónico al cual usted está utilizando el día de hoy para hacer la junta.
Ok.
She should look at everything I send, all the papers, and make sure that she understands them. They will be in English, so she'll have to work with her daughter to translate that. If she has any questions, she can send them over to us through the email, and we'll reply or set her for another meeting.
Le comento, le van a mandar una serie de documentos con información al respecto. Vendrán en inglés, entonces usted va a tener que trabajar con su hija para poder traducir eso. En caso de que usted tenga alguna pregunta, nos puede mandar un correo electrónico.
Ma'am,
Yes,
I have a question.
yes.
Is it okay if I do it after school?
Yeah, you can do it anytime you want. I just need it completed and turned in by February 8th. Right. So anytime, it's 24 hours a day. You can log on to the class to some of the hours. We are going to have y'all come sign papers today. Can y'all come here before lunchtime and sign papers?
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna go to school in a little.
Yeah, we'll do it on your way to school.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So come on by the court and sign up for this program. And it will keep you from having to pay a lot of money, and it'll keep you from having a record of this on your record. Ms. Translator, could you let mom know they're going to need to come by today on their way to school before lunchtime today to sign papers?
Señorita, van a tener que ir el día de hoy antes de su hora de comida para ir a firmar unos papeles.
Ok.
Okay. Do they ask mom if she has any questions, please?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
¿A dónde tenemos que ir a recoger esos papeles para firmar?
Where do we have to go to pick up the papers that we're going to sign?
The court, the municipal court.
Sería la corte.
Ok. ¿Y ella cuándo va a empezar sus clases?
And when is she going to begin her classes?
So we'll give them the paperwork when they come sign. Instead of emailing it to them, we will give it to them. And she can set that up online today and begin.
Le vamos a dar la documentación el día de hoy cuando vaya a firmar. Ya no se la estaríamos enviando, se le estaríamos dando hoy que vaya a firmar y ya le diríamos cuándo empieza, que sería a partir del día de hoy.
Ok.
Okay, do they have any more questions?
¿Tiene
No.
alguna otra pregunta?
No, thank you.
Okay, and young lady, Miss Kimberly, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you, Miss Translator. I appreciate you today.
Thank you for using our services, ma'am. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, y'all head on over to the court, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you.
That went better than expected. Okay, the next person is Mr. Birdwell. Mr. Birdwell, I'm going to ask you to unmute while I pull your file.
How are you?
Hi, sir. I'm well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate
Happy New
that.
Year.
Happy New Year. So
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
looking at your situation too. Give me just a moment to get one thing reviewed. We haven't convicted him yet, right? And it looks like everything's on time. Things are good, right? Because November was his accusation date. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, no, that's, why it matters. So, Mr. Birdwell, the accusation date is November 25th of 2020 for a theft charge. Of course, if you're found guilty, the fines and costs are $296. Do you understand the pleading options of guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you pleading to the charge?
Well, for sure, no contest.
Okay, so we have, I think you heard me talk, I think you could hear between the lines of all the translation. We have the.
Kind of, sort of. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. And then when I figured out I was supposed to be listening,
You're
I
not
started
eavesdropping. This
Yes, ma'am.
open court, everybody should listen.
listening.
And it's actually better if people listen because then they get better informed.
Right. I started listening
So-
right after that.
Yeah, you're going to you qualify for our first offender program. But it would require that you take an online theft intervention class.
Okay.
You would not, if you get it done and get it turned in before the deadline, which is going to be February 8th, then I would dismiss the charge and not charge you the fine and cost. of
Yes, ma'am.
$296.
I'll gladly do that.
Okay.
A couple
We
things
do
happened
need-
to me. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. What were you saying?
I lost my job on Monday and I'm waiting on a stimulus check. So my finances are kind of low right now.
Right.
But I already put in like 3 applications since Tuesday.
Well, listen,
Oh,
I really understand that. Okay. And so the class is like $40,
How much?
like $40.
Okay.
And it's a lot less expensive than the ticket.
Yes, ma'am.
And it keeps it off your record, which makes it easier to find jobs because thefts on your record can make it hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why we have this program. It doesn't have to be anything other than a bad bleep in your history if you go properly about this. So listen up. Let me tell you what you would do, what that would look like. Okay.
I'm
need
paying
you to-
attention. I got to hear you.
Yes, I understand. You would come
Okay.
by today and sign an extension form, and that will say that we have another Zoom meeting on February 8th. If I receive your certificate of completion for your class before that date,
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
be able to sign a dismissal and that will cancel that date.
Yes, ma'am.
If I don't receive it, then we get on this meeting again and figure out what's going on. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you do need to travel today over to the court.
I got a
You're gonna
car.
need to-
I can come. I can come whenever I need to.
Okay, come on over now and we'll get your
I'll
paperwork
come.
ready.
I got to get dressed. I got to get dressed for the day. I'm in my camper.
Yeah, please get dressed and then come on over. Okay?
ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have your paperwork at the front and it will tell you how to find a class and what I'm looking for. And the sooner you do that, the better. If you
Yes,
find,
ma'am. I'm on my way.
if you find you can't get it done by your deadline, get on that meeting on that deadline and let's talk about it again, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take care. I'll remove you from the meeting so you can get going.
Yes, ma'am. I'm coming. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
The next person is Barefoot. Miss Barefoot? Miss Barefoot? I'm trying to get you to unmute. There you are. Hi, Miss Barefoot.
Here I am.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. This charge is a November 9th accusation for theft under $100, and the fines and costs are $296. Have you heard the
Okay.
options for pleading of guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
How are you pleading to the charge?
I would like to plead no contest.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I want to review and see if you're eligible for our first offender program.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I don't know if you've been listening, but we do have a first offender program for folks who have a first time theft. You are qualified to participate in that program. What that would mean is that we would extend your case from today to February 8th. And if I receive a certificate of completion of a theft intervention class, we would dismiss the charge and you would not be charged the $296. Your record would not reflect a conviction. I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Excuse me. I've been listening, and if I come down to the court today and get the paperwork
Yes.
and get that 8 hours completed,
Yes.
I did kind of want to mention something. I understand what the situation was and what happened, but I was super frustrated when it did happen because the lady at the cashier stand gave me one instruction, and then when I followed it, that's when this occurrence occurred. And I had paid for all my groceries, but I had an item that I told her, I said, I need to run out to get my Visa card. And this is all way too much information, but I need to run out to get my Visa card. And she goes, just set the item down and run, go get your card and come back. Well, that's when they stopped me. And to make a long story short, that's why I'm pleading no contest, because I would be willing to admit to anything, but I'm not a thief. And it kind of rocked my boat. But then again, I mean, I understand things happen. But so if I come down there before noon and get whatever I need to do and sign whatever I need to sign, take that class, get y'all the certificate, and then pretty much
It's dismissed and it's over with.
okay.
Okay.
And
you want to do that?
yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. Can you get over here within the next couple of hours to sign for the extension and pick up the paperwork?
I'll head that direction in just a minute, just like that last gentleman. I'll probably see him down there.
You may. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Our next person is Mr. Reed, Jerquan Reed. Hi, Mr. Reed. Let me get you to unmute. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Miss Person.
Hi. How are you, sir?
Good. I wonder if you remember me. You've been dealing with me since I was a teenager.
I know your face. Yeah, I remember you, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a no insurance charge and also disregarding a traffic control device. Both are alleged from December 5th. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And the disregarding the traffic control device has fines and costs of $234. How are you pleading? How are you pleading?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I would like to plead no contest, Your Honor, and I would like to ask if I can take the deferred thing, because if you can look up my Texas eligibility thing, I paid my fees like in December 18th. I mean, like December 23rd, and I sent off my certificate of drug completion for a drug course on December 18th. I had those pictures on my phone, but
You're
but
trying
he
to
wasn't
get your
able.
license? Is that what you're
Yes,
telling me
ma'am. And
about?
I would like to get in and get a driving job, so I don't need these new charges on my driving record at all, because you know that
Okay.
affects your driving record and points. I'm sorry,
Okay,
y'all.
hold on. You're jumping like 5 steps up. Let me walk back through this with you, okay? The next one is for no insurance on that same date, and the fines and costs are $281. How are you pleading to that charge?
I want to say no contest, Miss Pearson, because it wasn't my car. I really was just moving in. It was like not supposed to be moving. The car went dead, and I was just getting it out the road. And he was like, I made a left turn, leaving the car wash barn because the car died, and she didn't want to go with traffic, so push it off to the side of the road near that apartment complex in that plaza right there to get a jump. And he was like, that was illegal. He's like, the road sign says no left turns. I was like, we just couldn't get it out the way and stuff.
So first of all, do you have a car?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Was there an accident in this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you working?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at work right now. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for coming outside and getting on this meeting without telling my supervisor, but I'm gonna tell him once I walk in there.
Okay. So, and here, the license you're working at getting, you're not trying to get a CDL, right?
Yes, I'm going to get. Yes, ma'am. I want to get a CDL. That's why I don't want nothing to infract that process.
Okay. Right now, you don't have a driver's license?
No, ma'am. But I sent off everything I need for my status to be turned to eligible, and I will go right to the DPS and knock that out as soon as possible. It says allowed 21 business days since sending in my certificate, which was December 18th. Like I want to say on a Saturday, last day of mail run. So it says yes, ma'am.
You're telling me a lot of stuff I don't need to know, and I'm trying to help you and direct you. And I hear the concern because you want to get back to work, which makes sense to me. Let me cut you short, not to be rude, okay, but to help you, okay. When you go get a driver's license right now, are you going right now? When you go get one, when you get everything back in and you're ready to go over and get it, you're not getting a CDL right now, right?
No, ma'am. A CDL won't be first. It'll be a class.
Because you can't do a driver safety course with a CDL. Okay.
Okay. No, ma'am. I don't have a CDL at all. Yeah, I barely have. I just did everything to get the license straight first and get the license.
Okay. It's very important that you come to court on time, and we need to extend you to get a license and get your fees together and some insurance.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
to be in the driver safety course option, you've got to have a license, insurance, and your court costs, which are $145. Hold on. The moving violation. We don't do DSC on that insurance. It's okay. There's no additional fees. Court costs. I understand that, but for driver safety. Yeah. So I could extend you to March 8th or before.
Yes, ma'am.
To get a license, insurance, and the 144.
Okay, yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Would you like insurance for on that vehicle? So to bring in showing that vehicle has gotten insurance, or just period? I'm not.
You're going to need insurance to sign up for the driver safety course option.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just being a driver on the insurance policy.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I know.
Yeah. Now, like present day, when you come in, you need to be insured with a license and have $144.
Yes, ma'am.
March 8th.
March 8th. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. On the other one, you're asking for a deferred to keep it off your record. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with that, I need to have you fill out a payment application when you come in, so that I can set up the payment plan within that deferred. And normally I break that into 3 payments.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'll need to see insurance on that as well. The 3 payments would be like 94. Hold on. $94, and $93. And I can do that over a period of 3 months. So
yes,
I would
ma'am. I can
set
knock that out in 3 months. I get paid weekly, so just set up 90 every month. I'll knock out the $90 payment.
Right. So that deferred will last 6 months.
Yes, ma'am.
No more tickets.
Yes, ma'am.
With those 3 payments plus insurance.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Your Honor, Miss Person, I know this is probably irrelevant, but the best way to get insurance, because after I get my license, I plan on getting my own car. Oh, yeah, never mind. It's Japan. I'll be able to have my own insurance. Yes, ma'am. Never mind. That's good.
Today, you've got to come by and sign documents.
Okay,
When
yes.
can,
Well, can it be after I get off work, ma'am? I don't get off to 3:30.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you get here by 4?
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we'll have everything at the front desk for you. Remember, we have mask protocols and all that like everybody else.
Mhm.
What I'm doing is extending you on the disregard the traffic control device until March 8th
Mm-hmm.
to pay $144 plus license plus insurance.
Okay, so you said I'm gonna need a traffic device too?
No, you violated the traffic control device that said no
Oh,
left
okay, yes, ma'am.
turn. Yeah,
Felony.
on that
Yes, sir.
charge, okay?
Mhm.
And then the deferred will be until July 7th, 6 months,
Mhm.
and 3 payments of $94, one each month, beginning a month from today.
Mhm.
Plus I need to see your insurance for that case on March 8th when you come in.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And that's just being an insured driver, period. That's not saying insurance on that car because that's not my
Correct.
car.
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, come by the court today before 4 and we'll get you to sign everything so you can have these options.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
All right, take
Thank
care.
you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Reed.
ma'am.
You stay
Yes,
healthy.
ma'am.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. You have a great.
You too. Okay, Mr. Eldridge. Hi, Mr. Eldridge. Trying to get you to unmute and get onto the visual.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good.
I'm Judge Person. We had a payment plan. It was going really well, and then it just defaulted and dropped off. So I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Yes, ma'am. I can explain my situation if you don't mind.
Yes, I want you to.
Okay, I was working at Wendy's at the truck stop.
Yes.
Night shift.
Yes.
From 10 to 6, and October 10th, I got laid off because I was missing days because my rides wasn't available like that. Because I had just got out of the TYC, the juvenile, from doing 3 years.
Yes.
And I ain't had no job. I've been filling out job applications since October 10th, since the day I got laid off. I've been filling out job applications and stuff like that. And I just actually got hired at the Sonic 2 days ago.
Oh, congratulations. I'm so glad to hear that.
Appreciate it, miss. I'm on my way to work right now, walking. But
okay. I've got an idea.
I'm still trying to make the payment. I'm still gonna make the payments. I get paid weekly now. So I think I get paid next week on Thursday. So I was gonna try to pay off what I'm missing right now, pay that off on Thursday, then continue on with the payments. That's what I was gonna ask you, if you don't mind, miss.
I don't mind.
And I had completed the classes. Yes, ma'am.
I have an idea. Okay. But I have a question. Are you making more or less than you were?
I'm making a little less. I don't know my pay rate right now because I just started. But
yeah, a job's a job. That's great.
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
an idea. When do you get paid? On Fridays or what day?
They say every Thursdays because at Sonic we get paid. Hold on, miss. At Sonic we get paid weekly.
Okay. How about this? When do you get off work today?
I get off work at 5. I go in at 10:30 and get off at 5.
Tomorrow, can you come by in the morning and sign for a new payment plan?
Yes, ma'am. What time would
you? Before you go to work. We open at 8.
Yeah, open at 8. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And what I'm going to say is, why don't we go every 2 weeks paying $15?
Every 2 weeks paying 15?
Yes, and let's start 2 weeks from tomorrow, which is on the 22nd.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'm going to do some reductions due to income change. And you're going to also, when you come by tomorrow, you're going to fill out a new payment application. And I know you won't be able to fill everything out yet, but I'll just need the new information. And I'll do some reductions to try to lower the burden just a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you really tried in earnest. And in fact, you lost your job and continue to pay us for a whole nother month. And I see
Yes.
that. And I'm going to honor your request, but I'm going to say, you can make up as much as you want to, but let's hit the minimum of every 2 weeks, you're paying $15. And if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want to put more money toward it to make it go away faster, there's no penalty for that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I started off doing when I was working at Wendy's. I got paid every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I was paying ahead, like I was paying $100 every 2 weeks. So that's how I was ahead all the time. And then my last payment date, I was told, was December 2nd or December 1st. And then when I went to court, when I had got the papers, I had went to court. The lady had told me that I'm missing a payment for November too. So when I heard about the December 2nd was my next payment date, that was like I think in April or something like that. Cause I was paying ahead all the time. So I lost track of
It's
it.
in there now. I don't know what happened with that conversation, but the November payment was made. We have it.
Y'all have the November payment?
We do. Yeah, we
Okay.
have it. There must have been a disconnect somewhere in there, but it's there now. It's in there. And I'm just going to kind of do this in your favor, and it's going to drop to $15 every 2 weeks as a minimum. The payments that you missed, just go back into that mix. They're not owed. And all I need is a signature tomorrow morning and for you to fill out some paperwork. I'm also going to take your fines and cut them in half on each case. So your overall burden will lower a little bit. You've got a lot, and I think you've tried really hard, but times are really hard right now. And to me, that just feels fair.
Cause it was at 2,000 or something. Right now, I think I got it down to like 900 or 1,000.
I think, let me look. I just handed it off. Hold on. Let me look again. Right now it's 1,041. By tomorrow, that will be reduced.
41.
Yeah, $1,041. But by tomorrow, I will have done some reductions, and you'll see it in your total, that the total will go down. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll have that for you at the front desk. I'm thinking you'll get here around 8:30 because you're going to be going to work at 10. So we'll see you then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. You hang in there. I'm proud of you for working so hard to get back on track.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm also not only behind in payments with court, I'm behind with parole, but my parole officer, she working with me. And I thank y'all for working with me.
Yeah, you know what? Because you're showing up and doing the right thing, we're going to work with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
You can do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Hang in there and take care, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bye. Have a nice day.
You too, sir. Bye-bye. Well, I mean, goodness gracious. He was ready to give us this whole paycheck. I'm seeing that we have 2 no-shows, Reynolds and Ferris. And as soon as court's over, I'll go ahead and review their files and make a recommendation. I'm going to remove you and end the meeting.